In the late 80s, Grad saw an unacceptable inequality between the achievements of students at inner city schools compared to those at well-funded public schools and elite private schools. Grad fundamentally believed that every child could learn and deserved equal educational opportunities. Grad was founded to close this unacceptable, undemocratic gap. Grad opted to put in place critical support mechanisms, including professional development for teachers and academic supports, with a focus on closing the achievement gap and preparing students for college. Parent engagement activities, helping parents advocate for their own children's educations. Social services to support students and families outside the classroom. And real financial support in the form of guaranteed scholarships that students can leverage for matching funds to make their college dreams a reality. Within a decade, Grad's approach had been expanded to serve students on a K-12 basis, and had scaled nationally to serve students in urban, suburban, and rural settings. Grad's model had also been appropriated into public policy discussions, helping to create the foundation of No Child Left Behind legislation. Today, the need for the traditional Grad model has evolved, leaving Grad Restart academies to address new challenges. Grad has embarked on a new initiative. Grad Restart Academies will restart failing K-12 public schools in historically underachieving areas of the United States. Grad will, for the first time in its history, assume direct management of failing schools. And linking Grad with partners like KIPP Academies and the New Tech Schools Network, which have achieved dramatic success rates in line with Grad's own track record. Bringing these and other successful models together, Grad Restart Academies will offer students a rigorous, computer-integrated, project-based learning environment, strengthened by an advanced real-time data management system, and anchored by the traditional Grad wraparound and scholarship model of supports for students, parents, and teachers. Our curriculum builds upon the STEM model, science, technology, engineering, and math, and adds the critical A component for the arts and humanities in the context of science and engineering. We believe that this interdisciplinary STEAM approach is key to preparing students to compete powerfully in a high-tech workforce, or to pursue their educations to a further level of mastery, moving with ease across the worlds of science, technology, art, and culture. Grad Restart Academies will also continue to offer all students who meet our requirements a guaranteed college scholarship. Grad Restart Academies distinguishes itself by a sophisticated use of real-time data to track success and to course correct along the way. One of the most powerful tools Grad Restart Academies offers is its use of data-driven decision-making. Data will be used to generate strategies for student achievement. School-level data will be used to drive all aspects of the instructional program, from strategies to assessment. School data may show student groups they need more assistance or academic interventions to succeed. Schools will analyze student performance data and develop a plan of action. Additionally, Grad Restart Academies will use data from each school to develop a tailored professional development plan. Key data will be housed in a data notebook, which stakeholders can access as the basis for developing all school-wide and student achievement goals and objectives. Several factors have made Grad effective historically and positioned it to excel in its newest venture, Grad Restart Academies. A couple of the most important factors are leadership and pedagogy. Our leadership group is comprised of staff and board members with distinguished careers in the business and education sectors who have dedicated themselves to addressing the nation's public education crisis. Each brings proven problem-solving skills matched by a relentless focus on results. I've been with Grad since 2003. My first role was as founding executive director of Grad Long Island. I then served as vice president of strategy at Grad USA, and now, since 2011, CEO. Before joining Grad, I had two especially relevant experiences. As a consultant at McKinsey & Company, I helped teams and clients improve efficiency, leadership, and results. As a professor of literature and an administrator at Georgia Tech, I helped build a department that anticipated today's STEAM curriculum, teaching a humanistic and cultural approach to the sciences and technology. It's exciting to bring that approach forward to today's students, starting at the high school level. Under the guidance of Grad Vice Chair Joe B. Wyatt, Chancellor Emeritus of Vanderbilt University, Grad Restart Academies will restart failed schools with a pedagogy that recognizes multiple student intelligences and different learning styles. Dynamic elements of this model include a computer-integrated learning environment that utilizes the best in educational software, led by outstanding teachers trained to use and teach these programs. Adaptive learning platforms, such as the mathematics program Reasoning Mind, which will continually focus on the individual learning needs and preferences of students, enabling immediate feedback and course corrections, and a project-based learning model that maximizes student problem-solving, performance, teamwork, and responsibility. Grad Restart Academies has established ambitious benchmarks of success. The first of these being content mastery. By year 4 of implementation, we expect all 5th grade students to be reading at or above grade level and to be performing at or above grade level in mathematics. We will analyze results from state proficiency tests in math, language arts, and science to determine growth and performance in relation to comparison school and district averages. Next are college readiness indicators. By year 6 of implementation, we expect high school seniors to achieve an SAT score of at least 1,500 or an ACT score of at least 21, and also to achieve at least 500 in math, reading, and science on the High School Program for International Student Assessment, or PISA. Across all sites, we will monitor high school graduation rates, SAT and ACT scores, college course credits earned, and college application and acceptance rates, as Grad has always done. Finally, we'll look at post-secondary enrollment. By year 7, we expect to see 80% of graduates accepted into a 4-year institution of higher education. We also expect to see 50% of graduates completing their undergraduate degrees. College enrollment data will be collected from the National Student Clearinghouse during the fall of each year to track enrollment, retention, and completion rates. Grad Restart Academies will be at the leading edge of globally relevant classroom learning. It will do so by the following features. First, a commitment to adaptive learning as a bedrock principle, which will provide customized teaching solutions for students with different learning preferences. Second, a computer-integrated learning environment with outstanding teachers trained to fully leverage the latest educational hardware and software. And finally, a fully operational, user-friendly, real-time data system that maximizes teacher and administrator accountability and provides optimal student support. Grad has a proven track record nationwide in increasing high school graduation and college attendance rates for low-income students. Most grad students are the first in their family to consider college a viable option. Here are a few of our accomplishments. Grad has been cited as a promising whole school reform model leading to college success by such varied national organizations as the Comprehensive School Reform Quality Center, the Business Higher Education Forum, the American Youth Policy Forum, and the United States Government Accountability Office. Since 1992, Grad has offered students thousands of scholarships totaling more than $55 million for attendance at over 180 institutions of higher education, including many of the most highly selective colleges and universities in the nation, such as Amherst, Berkeley, Cornell, Emory, Middlebury, Texas, UCLA, and Yale, among many others. The success of the Grad model has been recognized by both the private and the public sectors. This has culminated in broad, bipartisan, bicameral support in the United States Congress and led to Grad's federal authorization as an official program of the United States Department of Education in the Higher Education Opportunity Act of 2008. Grad's traditional model has encountered significant structural obstacles. The most significant obstacle being an over-reliance on a fickle federal appropriations process to provide one-third of its national funding, thereby reducing its effectiveness and ability to project revenues reliably. To illustrate, in fiscal year 2005, Grad received nearly $20 million in direct appropriations from the federal government. This allowed the organization to continue to scale and to fully fund all of its programming, especially because federal investment was matched on a one-to-one basis with private investment. However, in 2006, as a result of Hurricane Katrina and the need for the federal government to dedicate discretionary resources to the rebuilding of New Orleans, those dollars disappeared entirely, causing Grad's leadership and network to cut back on programming and growth. Given this appropriations challenge, Grad has been compelled to find new strategies to continue to grow and innovate sustainably. This has helped motivate the innovation of Grad Restart Academies. Grad Restart Academies provide Grad with access to more stable federal investment through the channel of the School Improvement Grant Program. The concept behind Grad Restart Academies is also attractive to private investors who are seeking fundamental structural changes that will enable the reinvention of failed public schools across the nation. Grad Restart Academies thereby addresses both a market demand and resource questions at the same time. Our first funding priority is focused on our current grad scholars enrolled in high school and college who are already supported by a grad scholarship or by the promise of a grad scholarship. With more than 13,000 students in the grad scholarship pipeline, most of them from low-income and non-college educated families, we are committed to finding every private and public dollar we can to offer these students the life-changing incentive of a college scholarship. We have invested in many of them since kindergarten, certainly through rosier economic climates, and now we are determined to reward their hard work with an investment in their college careers. Additional funding would also allow Grad to build greater organizational capacity around Grad Restart Academies. It would allow senior academic leadership to more quickly develop, execute, and scale the Grad Restart Academies model and data platforms. Given additional resources, Grad would be keen to develop supports for our students that extend beyond our immediate focus on each student's high school graduation and successful college matriculation. In particular, we would provide more support for grad scholars in their critical first year of college. We acknowledge the new range of pressures facing our students, most of whom are the first members of their families to attend college. Our eyes are always on the larger picture. The alarming fact that only about 25% of low-income Americans earns any degree or credential after high school. If we can help our students navigate year one of college, we're confident that their chances at successful graduation will soar. With additional funding, Grad would offer first-year college supports, including support groups attended by 5 or more grad students based on the Posse Foundation model already used in several colleges. These groups can provide peer support and also teach a culture of college success, particularly how to leverage resources already available on campus, such as tutors, learning disability aids, and technology resources. We would also create an emergency fund of up to $500 per student that students can apply to use in times of economic hardship that is threatening their continued study. $500 doesn't sound like a lot of money, but for these students, it could mean the world.